Harimi, harimi, al tirai, harimi, al tirai. Imri le'arei Yehuda, hinei Elokeichem. Harimi, harimi, al tirai.
Hello, welcome to Pirkei Avos with Rabeinu Yonah. We are on Mishnah 9 in Chapter 2. Chapter 2, Mishnah 9. Amar Lahem, Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai leTalmidov. This is Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai speaking to his students. Tzu'uru, go and see. Ezehi darach yishar shidok ba'adam. Go and see what is the straight path that a person should cleave to. Rabbi Eliezer Aimer, Rabbi Eliezer says, ayin tova, a good eye. Rabbi Yeshua Aimer, Rabbi Yeshua says, chaver tov, a good friend. Rabbi Yossi Aimer, Rabbi Yossi says, shachin tov, a good neighbor. Rabbi Shimon Aimer, Rabbi Shimon says, haroa esanolad, somebody who sees the future, someone who sees what's going to happen. Rabbi Eliezer Aimer, Rabbi Eliezer says, leiv tov, a good heart. Amar lahem, Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai said to them, ro'ani es divrei Rabbi Eliezer ben Arach, I see the words of Rabbi Eliezer ben Arach, shebichlal devarav divreichem, that included in his words are your words. So he was most pleased with Rabbi Eliezer ben Arach said. Amar lahem, Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai said to them, go and see what is the evil way that a person should distance himself from. Rabbi Eliezer says, ayin ra, an evil eye. Rabbi Yeshua says, Rabbi Yeshua Aimer, chavert ra, a bad friend. Rabbi Yossi Aimer, Rabbi Yossi says, shachin ra, a bad neighbor. Rabbi Shimon Aimer, Rabbi Shimon says, halayv v'einu mishalim, somebody who borrows money and doesn't pay it back. Echad halayv min ha'adam, kalayv min ha'makom. Someone who lends from a person is like someone who lends from Hashem. Shenemar, as it says, lo v'rasha v'lo yishalim. Someone who borrows and doesn't pay is evil. V'tzadik chonein, and the righteous is gracious v'nosin, and a giver. And the righteous person is gracious and a giver. Rabbi Eliezer says, leiv ra. What's the bad path? A bad heart. Amar lahem, Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai said to them, ro'ani is divrei Rabbi Eliezer ben Arach, I see the words of Rabbi Eliezer ben Arach, shebichlal devarav divreichem. Included in his words are your words. Okay, so there's a lot of Rabeinu Yonah in here, so we're not going to finish today, but let's start. Rabbi Eliezer Aimer ayin tova. So the first thing that we have here, as Rabbi Eliezer said, is a good eye. So first Rabeinu Yonah is going to cite the opinion of the other sages, and then he's going to give his own interpretation. So right now he's explaining the opinion of the other sages. What does it mean, someone who has a good eye? Misha sameach bechalko, somebody who's happy with what he has. Happy with what he has. You could be a very poor person and be much happier than the rich person because he's happy with what he has. Rabbi Yeshua Aimer, Rabbi Yeshua says, chaver tov, a good friend. Sheyidba ka'adam el chaver tov, a person should have a good friend and stick with him. Stick with a good friend. Right, earlier we talked about having a person should have a friend in order to watch over him in mitzvahs, to make sure he's doing the right thing, to give him rebuke when he needs it. Rabbi Yossi Aimer, Rabbi Yossi says, shachin tov, a good neighbor. Lavakesh dira sheshcheinah tov, a person should try to live in a good neighborhood with good neighbors. Ki chavrasam tova v'hanasam ruba bisman sheim tovim. Because there's a lot of benefit to be gotten from good neighbors, and their friendship is very good. Kach Pirshu Arishonim. So this was the explanation of the earlier sages. The Rabeinu Yonah doesn't agree with this interpretation. Kilafi Divrayim, according to what they said, Ayin Tov v'Leiv Tov him Dvarim Shebegufo. V'Chaver Tov v'Shachin Tov Mishal Acherim v'Chutz Megufo. Al Ken Yesh Lefarz Os HaMishnah Davur Al Eifanav. So he says he doesn't like this interpretation because when we said Ayin Tov and Leiv Tov, well, Ayin Tov was an internal thing, somebody who's happy with what he has. But when it came to a Shachin Tov, a good neighbor and a good friend, that was something external, that you should get a good friend and a good neighbor. So Rabeinu Yonah didn't like that the Mishnah isn't parallel, and that some of what the rabbis responded were referring to internal things, and other things were referring to external things. So he's going to explain the Mishnah in a different way. What is the straight path that a person should go? A person should try to have all of the positive character traits. But this means to say, right? We're not coming to say here, he's saying, just have this one good character trait and then you don't have to do anything else. Rather, he's saying, pick one attribute, if you had to pick one character trait to be perfect in, what would it be? Ki tov la'adam la'achos ba'achos b'shleimus v'naka l'lav lahasik mimena el kol hamidos hachashuvos. It's good for a person to choose one character trait that he can achieve perfection in, and then after that, it will be easy for him to get other character traits, other positive character traits. Miyoso bo kama midos ve'enenu shalim ba'achos mehem. And that's better than just being like sort of okay in a bunch of character traits. So that's why Rabbi Eliezer says ayin tova, a good eye, Rotzalaimer. What does it mean? Midas hanadivus. Having a good eye means you should be a giving person. Shehi midanam meshubachas is a very praiseworthy attribute to be a giving person. The achar hayosa betachlis hanadivus, and once you're just a giver, you have certain people they always want to help others and always want to do good for others. Al kol panim yasig el kol milas ha'acheros. After that, you will reach all of the other positive attributes. Ki machmas rochav liba, because you have this expansive heart, ve'eno hayafa, and good eye. Hai se'elav hamida hazos, ve'adam kazeh roy lechal mida tova. And somebody who is a giver, who has mastered the attribute of giving, it will be easier for him to achieve these other positive character traits. Zehu shekasav, and this is what it says, u'mechayin anavim ashav, someone who's gracious to the humble should be praised. Ratzalaimer, meaning to say, Sha'anavim heim chen be'enav, that humble people get are gracious in his eyes. Shenosin lahem ba'ayin yafa, he gives to humble people with a good eye. Malashon ve'es afara yichanenu, and it's the same words as your dust will be cherished. She'afar eretz yimsachein beinei. I'm talking about the dust of Hashem in the land of maybe he's talking about the land of Israel or the temple, that found favor in their eyes. Okay, Rabbi Yeshua. Now, what does it mean chaver tov according to him? According to Rabeinu Yonah, wrote Salomer sheyidbak el derech hayasher hazeh. You should go in this straight path. V'nakal hu liyoso chaver tov b'li leiv v'leiv leish echad asher libo chavetz l'hargil atzmo yimo. You should find a person that you be their good friend. Or someone wants to be friends with you, you be his good friend. You'll be pleasing towards him. With that, you will have an easy time being nice to other people and getting along with other people. When you have one really good friend and you focus on that friendship, that'll extend to other people. Let's do one more before we continue for tomorrow. Rabbi Yossi says, Shachin Tov, you should be a good neighbor. You should be good to all your neighbors. Now that once you have 5 or 8 people that know that you're a good person, or that you're good to your neighbors. Once you're good to your neighbors and nice to them, it'll be very easy to love all people in the world. And then you will be praised with all of the positive attributes. Okay, so we're just starting this Mishnah. We'll continue next time, God willing, and with that, wish everyone a beautiful day.